Hi, I'm Maz and welcome to A Maze at Home. So today I am going to show you how to crochet these lovely little hearts, and I'll attach a picture really because it's kind of hard to show you what the hearts would look like when they're all put together, and then as a wall hanging I've kind of used these as to decorate the place ready for Valentine's Day. So obviously getting in early. I know we're only in January, but if you want to prepare yourself and make some lovely little hearts, maybe you could just do them on their own, as then like this. They could be like little gift tags as well, so it's quite cute. Quite a few different variations you can do with these things. So let's see what we need to make one of these. So I've just basically picked lots of different colours of wool. Again, I'm using Stylecraft Special Double Knits, a variety of colours. These are the 3 colours I'm going to use today to make the heart. So, yep, go for whatever's in your stash around, lying about. It's always good. Going to need a 3mm hook. Probably could go, again, bigger or smaller. It really won't matter. Obviously, it just gives you a different sized heart. And then also with that, we're going to need the sewing needles. I've a blunt one for sort of getting rid of the threads, and then I've got a thinner, slightly sharper one, which is great then for helping feed on some beads. And finally, obviously, we need some beads, which I will grab later. Right, let's get started. Okay, important things, obviously, cup of tea. So let's just put that over there. Ready? Now, this heart is done in 3 rounds. So the green here, that's our first round. Then the purple, that's our second round. And then this gold is our 3rd round. And the way we start in the middle here is with a magic circle, and it's probably the most complicated bit. This bit is in the fact that you do lots of different size stitches all the way around the magic circle, and that gives you your heart shape. And then after that we're just expanding it out round, so it's not too bad. All right, so I shall try and go nice and steady and slowly. So the middle of my heart's going to be gold on this one. So I'm going to do a magic circle, which is looping. So my tail's down here, loop that round so it crosses at the top, and then I'm going to take the hook through, grab that bit and bring it back up. Then I want to get the part of the wool that's coming from the ball over there. So you can see I've got a nice loop on the hook. This is where it does get so fiddly. I've got my circle. Let's try and lay it flat. My circle and my tail. And I just kind of want to, it's almost like tie it on. So I'm going to put the wool over the hook and just bring it through there. That kind of has it now a lot firmer. You can see I've got my tail there, a nice circle there, and then the yarn going off there. So what we're doing is we're working continuously into this circle. So again, if I lay it flat, I'm forever going to be putting the hook in or down into the hoop, bringing yarn over and then bringing it back up again. So that's what we're working on. Right, so the first one is just a double crochet. So I'm going to take that under, put that round, bring it back up. So I've got 2 loops on my hook, then yarn over and take it through there. That gives me my first double crochet. Then I'm going to chain 2. So that's just the yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So that's chaining 2. Right, the next one is a double treble, which means we have to wrap the yarn round once, twice. Then we're going to go into the loop, grab a bit there and bring it back up. So I've now got, if I pinch it all and hold it in place, I've got 4 loops on my hook. So I'm going to go the wool over there and just pull it through the first 2. Again, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the first 2. So that big stem there is a double treble. That's one of them. We need to do 2 more, so there's 3 in total. So again, repeat what I did, wrap it around once, twice, go into my ring, pull that back through, 4 loops on there, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. There we go, got 2 of them on there. 1 more then. Wrap it round twice, into the loop and back out, 4 on there, take it through 2, take it through 2, take it through 2, and we're done. Okay, so far I've got a double crochet here, then chain 2, then 3 double trebles. That's my stitches so far. Next one is a treble, so just wrapping it round once, then going into the loop, bringing it back out. So we've got 3 this time because we're only doing a treble rather than a double treble. Again, put the yarn over there through 2, through 2. So you can see that's slightly shorter than those ones. So that's 1 treble there. Going to do 3 more of those. So round once, into there. It's quite helpful to keep moving these 2 bits down so they get out of your way. That's 2 there. And then 1 more. Okay, let's just have a little pause for a minute if I lie this flat. So you can still see my tail, you can still see my nice circle, and then I say you can see my stitches, and at the moment we can spread them out around the circle so it's nice and clear. So it's a double crochet there and then 2 chains, and then we've got 3 double trebles and then 4 trebles. So that's almost one side of the heart done. Next one is going to be another double treble, just one of them. So round twice, pull it through 4 loops, through 2, through 2, through 2. Just 1 double treble. Okay, next we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to do another double treble. Wrap it around twice, through 2, through 2, through 2. Again, don't worry about it being quite wide and open. We're going to scrunch it or pull it all together when we've done all the stitches that we need. So that's, say, this is the top of the heart, this is the bottom of the heart. When I pull it all together, you'll see it. So I'm going to be repeating now. I'm going to do 4 of those trebles and 3 double trebles and chain 2 basically around this side so it matches going back. So say the next one is 4 trebles. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look. So we've got a double treble there and then 4 trebles. Let's see how it's matching the other side. Now 3 double trebles. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. There you go. Right, getting towards the end of this now. Hopefully you've still got your circles going nicely. Now we're there, we want to just do chain 2. And now we see the magic, hence it's called a magic ring. So I'm going to get the tail and literally start pulling. Let's see if we can hold that flat. Start pulling that tail. Keep pulling and then gradually pulls it all together. And you can now see we've got a heart. Now if I have a sort of pull this slightly apart, you can see this is the double crochet, sorry, that we did right at the beginning. It's just here. That's like a stem, and then there was the chain 2 before we started the double trebles. And I've just got my chain 2 here, so I need to now slip stitch this into that original double crochet from the beginning. So if I look at it from this side, I can see that this bit here, there and there, that is my double crochet from the beginning. So that's what I'm slip knotting to. So with a slip knot, and we just go through the stitch. I'm picking up both pieces there, yarn over, pull it through that one and pull it through the end of that 2 chains. I'm going to now fasten this off, so we just want to cut that bit there. Don't need it to be very long, so it's fine. Yarn around and pull through. I can pull that tight. So you can now see there's my the chain 2, which gives that gap either side there, and that stem in the middle, which is where I slip stitched it to. And those 3 chains that we did earlier, that kind of gives us our nice bit at the bottom to give us our pointy bit there for the heart shape. So again, up to you how you tie these things off, but I find it's quite handy to tie these up as I go. So I'm going to pull that tight so that really comes in a nice tight circle, and I am just going to knot these 2 together like that, just to keep it out the way for the next colour that I'm going to be bringing in. And we'll sew these all in at the end. So there we go. Round 1 done. Let's change colour. So I think I'm going to go with some green. What was it? Some light green next. This colour to do round 2. Okay, so round 2, we need to go through this 2 chain gap that's here. So I'm going to attach the green that way. And the way I join colours, crochet hook through that gap, just put the yarn around the hook and bring it up. I'm then going to effectively do the double crochet through it, as in, well, chain I suppose really, rather than a double crochet. But that's just that there, attached onto that 2 chain space. Okay, you do another chain and then double crochet into the next stitch that's here, which is the top of that first double treble. Then I'm going to do another chain. So this is how it sort of expands as it goes round, by adding in these extra chains all the time. Double crochet into the next stitch. A chain. Double crochet into the next stitch. And then a chain. Getting a run away with myself. And a double crochet into the next stitch. So basically we've done the join and a chain, and then we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. We've repeated 4 times of a double crochet and a chain, a double crochet, a chain. So I'm going to just do one more chain on the end here. So that's that moved around there 4 times. Then we are going to go and miss the next stitch. So I'm not going to go into this one. I'm going to go into this next one and do a double crochet there. Again, chain 1. Again, I'm going to miss a stitch, so I'm not going into that one. I'm going to go into that one, which gets me to there. Now we're down to the edge, or the point. So I'm going to do another chain first to get me there. Now into this gap, this space where our 3 chains were last time, I'm going to do 1 double crochet, 2 chain, and then 1 double crochet, all into the same spot. So 1 double crochet, 2 chain, 1 double crochet, and that all happened to say into that one space there. Another chain, and then into the next stitch for a double crochet. Chain, again I'm going to miss one and go into the next. A chain, again miss one, go into the next. Now we're getting back around the top, so we've got 4 times of doing a double crochet and then a chain, using each stitch around this bit. That's 3, and then the 4th one is on the top there. Which I always find that one slightly tight. And then a chain. Right, we're back into the space where there's our 2 chain space like we started on, but on the other side now. So I'm just going to do a double crochet into that chain. Oops, not picking up the other bit. Let's try that again. Double crochet into that chain space. And chain 1. We've always got that chain 1 in between each stitch. Now I need to slip stitch to that double crochet from the previous round, really to make sure you kind of get that bit of a dip in your heart shape. So again, to be honest, it really doesn't matter too much whereabouts you do it. You're just aiming into this space here. So I'm just going to push the hook through, slip the yarn through there and through there. So I've just slip stitched. Pull it in a bit tight, chain again, and now I'm going to slip stitch to this bit here. The baggier bit is where I joined the yarn at the beginning. I'm going to come underneath here, slip stitch to that, and I am done. I can fasten off. So again, yarn over and pull through. Pull that tight, and there we can see another round done. Next colour added. Still got a nice sort of pointy bit going on here, and I say it dips in here, which is when you do your slip stitch in that centre point, helps with that. So again, we can tie this one off. Just grab your 2 ends and knot those together again and thread that in afterwards, like so. There. Right, with the last colour, as you can see with this one, I actually leave quite a bit out when I join it, and then a fair bit when I've finish it off, so that this is a bit that I can thread some beads down, or I can use it and plait it, so that that's the distance then between the hearts as I link them all together at the end to make the hanging decoration. So last colour is some purple. So as I say, I'm going to leave myself a reasonable chunk before I attach. Now, attaching on this round, we're basically just going into that chain space. So from where it joins at the centre there, I'm going to go into this chain space here, pull some wool through. Ooh, let's not catch the green. Let's try that one again. So in that chain space there, and pull some wool through. Lovely. And then start it off there. Right, so this one's quite simple. Now we're going to go round until we get down to this point anyway. We're going to just go around doing a chain and then a double crochet in the chain space from the last round. So let's show you. So I'm going to do a chain first. Now, the chain space from last time, you see it in between the stitches. So it's just a bit that's hanging on the edge there. So then a chain, and then find my space again between previous stitches and a double crochet. A chain, find the gap, and a double crochet. And we're going to keep working our way around until we get down to the pointy bit. Okay, let me lay this down flat for a minute. So that's where we joined. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you should have 7 before the next bit we've got is that 2 chain pointy bit at the bottom there. So we have 7 where we join, and then 7 double crochets and chains to get round to that side. So make sure we do our chain before we start, and then we're going to do the same as we did last round here, a double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet, all in this one big space. So double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and that's our new point going to be there. Chain, and then back up the other side in all the gaps, all the chain spaces. So that's my pointy bit down there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to the other side. Now I am going to do a chain, and then we need to do the similar thing again we did last time, where we are going to slip stitch into, you can see kind of there, the top of the slip stitch from last time, the last round, the green round. So I'm going to just go through there, bring that round, pull that into there, chain 1, and then slip stitch to where I joined at the beginning, and leave myself some. So I've got quite a lot of purple there, as you can see, for the last one, so I can do whatever I want when I'm attaching them. Pull that through, fasten it off, and there we have our heart all done. Obviously you could add some more layers in exactly the same style, as long as you were just continuously crocheting into the gap and then chaining 1, so it keeps increasing as you go around, and then always doing your chain, double crochet, 2 chain double crochet all into the same gap or space at the bottom. But I'm going to stop there. Let's tie that one off as well, and then we can tidy up all our ends. You know what? I haven't even had any of my tea yet. That's the next thing. Tea break. There we go. Right then, let's sew in these bits, get them out the way, make it look nice and tidy. So, as I have done in the past, it's just great to feed these bits in. Hopefully they don't pop out too much later on. That's that one. So just doing the 2 inner colours to get those out of the way. I want the purple to stay on this heart. There we go. And the green. And then I think what I do with the purple is just sort of centralise it a little bit more. So obviously the knot's kind of off behind at the moment, whereas if I just come in underneath the knot and kind of just sort of bring it up in more of that centre point, that way it'll hang nicer. So you can see I've moved it up there. Do the same with the other one. Take it underneath the knot, move it up next to the other one. And that way, so it's out the top, ready to be joined. Okay, so these are the 2 that I haven't got in it on the actual hanging one. And there was a one that I'd half done, so I've started off. So the first one, I just knotted it, and then that's done. The next one, to this one, I obviously added some wool, did a plait, added a bead, and then knotted it onto the end of the first one. So we work our way up. This one, I decided to add some stones or gems and beads and things, and then knot it on to that end. So we need to add one to this one. So actually that's spun around, let's have the nicer side. So if I take first of all this one, for example, I think we'll go with perhaps another little plait or something. So I might get a colour to join that with. So let's go for the green that's on the outer bit of there. Just going to cut some of that. There we go. And what I did last time was just basically did a knot at the end by the heart. Right down there. And then just plait these three. So I'd like had two that were thinner, the green, and then a slightly thicker one because it's two gold ones obviously together there. Sometimes it's better if you actually clip this down so it doesn't move around quite so much. But we're all good, we will get there. Tie that off. There we go. I've got a bit of a plait going on there. So this was my last heart. Now to join it. So I'm going to take those two gold ones, take my crochet hook and go through where those chain two were, the brass one, and take, not fiddly at all, take these two gold ones that way. And then go to the other side and take these sort of teal, turquoisey teal, I'm not sure what colour this is. Okay. This way then I can just do a knot on there. wrap it around and do another one. Okay, so that's like that, and then obviously we can lose these ends. So let's work at sewing these all in. Gentle not to pull too tight. Okay, that's those two out of the way. I think I might use my slightly sharper needle and try and get these into this bit a bit more. So there we go, that's those two attached. As I say, we've got this one's going to have a bit of a plait, some beads, another bit of a plait, and the last one's going to have some beads. So for beads, I'm going to actually use this slightly smaller needle. Try and get, nope, I didn't manage to get both on. So on a needle, and then grab some beads, and I was just literally totally haphazard, just grab a bead and thread it through and pop it on. If it ended up being two of the same like that, so be it. Literally was just random picking something out. Ooh. And putting it on. one might not fit. Maybe one more. Okay, so there you go. Random selection of beads put on. And then effectively the same idea again. Just to attach right at the bottom of the previous heart. Wrong side. Bit easy with the beads to sort of put them the ends tidily away, so I just go through some beads like that with the needle and then pull that one through. Same thing again. Maybe come out somewhere different. And then we can trim those off. And then we could always add something on the end, like a little tassel. So the other two have been finished off differently. I put a nice heart bead on that one and a tassel. And this one I just finished off with some beads. So again, either or as to how you want it to end, or you could just a few strands even just hanging. So yeah, whatever you fancy basically to finish it off. So that's it. That's my tutorial for making a nice Valentine's heart wall hanging, or as I said to you before, just make one as a little gift tag, all sorts of things you can do with this really. So on my YouTube channel you'll find the video, obviously, for watching this, which you've found because you've just watched it. That was silly. Anyway, for the pattern there'll be a link basically to hit, and you will be able to then grab that if you want it in words rather than following this. But anyway, enjoy. I hope you have fun making them. Subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and hopefully bring you some more projects soon. Thanks. Bye.